Go. Good morning and welcome to Halftime with Hamish, a show about all things sport except for the croquet. Now, first up today on this Saturday morning super special, we're going to look back at some games from Rugby World Cup 2011. Now, last night we had one of the games of the tournament with South Africa taking on the Samoans. South Africa got out of the blocks early with a try to Brian Habana. However, he almost fluffed it, fumbling the ball, diving in the corner, but was awarded the try. Morné Steyn kicked the conversion and they got out to a 7-0 lead. A couple of massive penalties from Frans Steyn and Morné Steyn kicked them clear at 13-0 at half-time. However, the Samoans weren't done yet, fighting back in the second half with a great try to George Stowers. Some pretty hard out attack there at the end there from the Samoans. However, they weren't able to crack the South Africans' line. South Africans' defence looking very strong and holding the Samoans out for that 13-5 victory. There were a few injury concerns out of the game last night. Brian Habana, a bit of a hematoma to the thigh. Looked a little bit of a concern early, but did play on, subbed about 5 minutes later. We'll see how he pulls up in the next few days. Frans Steyn has a shoulder injury though, and is 95% confirmed he will be going home. So a massive loss to South Africa. Their super boot, who was kicking plenty of penalties from behind the halfway line, looks to play no further part in the tournament. Slight concern over Morné Steyn also, as well as Francois Hugard, who was knocked out late in the game. Pretty brutal looking knee to the head. So he tried to get up, play on. Let's see how he pulls up in the next few days. So South Africa's with a few outside backs injury concerns that could really unsettle them before the quarterfinals. They did top the pool, Pool D, undefeated through pool play. In today's matches, we have out of Pool C, Australia taking on the Russians. You would expect Australia to be far too strong and have no problems there, probably scoring the 4 tries and qualifying through to the quarterfinals. In Pool A, we have France taking on the Tongans. The Tongans would need a victory with 4 tries and to beat the French by more than 7 to have any sort of real ramifications in the tournament if Tonga look to proceed. That seems unlikely. You would expect the French to go through in second spot behind the mighty All Blacks. In Pool B, we have England taking on Scotland. Now, this is a do or die match for both sides. If Scotland are to get up, we could see some sort of a myriad of opportunities there for Pool B, because we've also got Argentina taking on Georgia today. So you'd expect the Argentinians will win. If they can win with a bonus point, they will be through. The Scots can knock off the English. With a bonus point, we could see England going out of the World Cup. So lots of options in Pool B still to be played out. We look forward to those games. Out of Pool A, we've got the All Blacks taking on Canada. You would expect the All Blacks will be far too good. However, a few injury concerns over Richie McCaw. He will not play tomorrow. Victor Vito will fill his spot on the open side jumper. Number 7, Dan Carter will skipper the All Blacks for the very first time. So we look forward to that game tomorrow also. Out of Pool D, Wales have a banana skin against Fiji. Again, you'd expect Wales to be too strong. However, this is a game that can only cause problems for Wales. So much like the South Africans versus Samoans, I would expect the Fijians to be very physical. Wales will not want injuries going through into the quarterfinals. If they are to be knocked off by a bonus point victory perhaps from the Fijians, then we could see some options there in the pool of death. But I would expect Wales to be too strong and to qualify through second spot. Out of Pool C, Ireland taking on Italy. Again, if Italy are able to knock over Ireland, we could see a real cat amongst the pigeons out of Pool C. So that one's still to be a lot of questions answered. Now tomorrow we'll be reporting live from Olympic Park for the NRL Grand Finals. We've got the Warriors taking on the Manly Sea Eagles. Both teams have had a solid build-up this week from the Grand Final breakfast on Thursday. The Warriors were given the day off training yesterday to see some of the sights in Sydney, soak up some of the atmosphere. Manly were training yesterday, so let's see how that plays out for both sides. No injury concerns. Both teams are listed 1 to 17 and should start. Watmout and Williams seem to be over their illness concerns from earlier in the week. So we look forward to a fantastic show, the Super Sunday, live from Olympic Park. See you there. Halftime with Hamish.